MMA history will be made here tonight at the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden. Here's our cage muscle tail on the tape. 4-inch leg reach advantage for Kayla Harrison, the 2 seed. Larissa Pacheco, 69-inch reach gives her a 3-inch advantage in the punching exchanges, and I believe that's what she wants to do in this fight, is keep it standing, because a grappling exchange with a 2-time Olympic judo gold medalist, probably not the best idea.
Absolutely correct.
Women's 155-pound history to be made here. Don't forget, Bad Boys for Life, Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, January 17th in theaters. And our final title bout underway. Kayla Harrison in the red, Larissa Pacheco in the black and gray. USA versus Brazil.
Harrison in the southpaw stance.
Pacheco tests out a right hand. That was very successful for her against the smaller Sarah Kaufman in her semifinal bout. Can she find a home for the right hand against Kayla Harrison?
And that is the appropriate tool against the southpaw. Keep throwing that straight right down the middle.
So a clash of the heads there. Maybe a bit of an eye poke there. No stoppage though. Kayla Harrison shakes it off. Throws up a front kick. Body kick caught. And Kayla Harrison presses Larissa Pacheco up against the cage. Pacheco initially framing out the head there of Kayla Harrison, but now a body lock for the 2-time Olympic judo gold medalist. He goes to work with some knees to the legs.
Inside trip, nice inside trip.
Pacheco closes the guard. Content perhaps to just try and control the posture of Kayla Harrison and force a stand-up. Harrison walks through to the cage, starts to set up a little ground and pound. And that's one thing that we've seen very impressive skill set development from Kayla Harrison. It's hard to work effectively from the guard, as we've seen. But man, she postures up and throws punches from the top like that.
And she is very, very strong, very powerful.
Very explosive in these short windows. Larissa Pacheco attempting to negate the offense of Kayla Harrison from the top. Once again, locking her hands around the body of the American. Harrison passes all the way to side control.
Here's Harrison's corner.
Take your time. Knee on belly, knee on belly. Yes, yes. Keep touching, keep touching. Yeah. Yes, good. Yeah, good, good. She's good going to the mountain. Gonna pressure. Good.
See Mike Brown and some of the crew there from American Top Team. Kayla Harrison's camp.
Knee through. Knee through.
Larissa Pacheco
Shoulder pressure.
was able to get at least one half guard back.
Hammer fist.
Pacheco's got that underhook now. She can start circling towards that underhook, trying to find some elevation and get out from underneath Kayla Harrison.
Big left hands from the top here for Kayla Harrison. Pacheco able to grab the arm, slow down the onslaught. Pacheco attempts to dive in, grab a single leg as a manner of escape.
Pacheco goes to quarters, almost gives up her back. The fence saved her from giving up her back there. Nice little scramble here by Pacheco. She's trying to work to get out from underneath Kayla Harrison.
Her left arm is what stopped her. She needed an underhook on Kayla to maybe sneak underneath and out the back door, but Harrison grabs her own underhook and controls the posture of Larissa Pacheco. 30 seconds coming up on 30 seconds left here in round number 1. The first ever women's lightweight title bout. $1 million and a belt on the line as Kayla Harrison passes to Mount with 20 seconds remaining.
Harrison hips down, low mount, vinding in. Now she's climbing to high mount. This is going to get worse and worse for Pacheco. She's got to find a way out.
Pacheco hammer fist from the bottom.
A little bit of an armbar attempt, it looked like, by Harrison.
Back to her feet as Larissa Pacheco as the round closes out. And right back into the fray. The end of round 1 here. Sean O'Connell, Randy Couture, cage side. Larissa Pacheco in the black and gray. Kayla Harrison undefeated still in the red. Successful first round for Kayla Harrison, Randy.
Absolutely. Pacheco landed a couple good shots. Harrison followed through, ran her to the fence, was able to get to the clinch. Inside trip was beautiful, and then very dominant and controlling from the top position.
Nice left hand landed there for Larissa Pacheco. Kayla
Nice
Harrison,
double leg.
big double leg shot. Drives through and forces Larissa Pacheco to her back once again. Kayla Harrison pressing the Brazilian up against the cage right in front of our broadcast position. Back to work Kayla Harrison goes on top, trying to extricate her leg from the guard of Larissa Pacheco. There's her mom, Jeannie. Had a health scare immediately after Thanksgiving. Been in rehab and recovery for a brain aneurysm. The goal was to be healthy enough to get here tonight. And as Kayla told us pre-fight, in their family, a goal set is a goal met. So her mom was able to make it tonight to watch her daughter in the attempt to win a championship, the first ever at women's 155, as Kayla goes to the full mount on Larissa Pacheco with a lot of time left here in round 2.
This has been a dominant performance by Kayla Harrison. This is a completely different Kayla. As she alluded to in her pre-fight interview, this is a much, much improved, much better Kayla Harrison.
Looking perhaps to set up an armbar attempt here. Tough against the cage.
Timeout now. Pacheco knows what she wants to do. She's doing her best to counter it. Nice scramble by Pacheco.
Back to her feet. Larissa Pacheco not out of trouble all the way yet. Kayla Harrison hanging heavy. Drags Pacheco down to the mat. Goes to the referee's position.
Hand control by Kayla Harrison. Keeping Pacheco in this position, not allowing her to get hand control and find a way to her feet. Got one hook in, fence preventing her from securing that other anchor on the other side. Pacheco with some hand control. A wrist ride, far side wrist ride by Kayla Harrison.
So far, Kayla Harrison definitively in control of this fight, but this is where Larissa Pacheco's experience in the cage is paying off. You can see even with Kayla riding her, putting the leg in here for a hook, she's going 2-on-1 on the arm, trying to control posture, not panicking, remaining calm under pressure here.
Look at our fight tracker here. You can see that 86% of this fight has been taking place right here on the cage, and that's predominantly because of Kayla Harrison.
Kayla Harrison now takes the back of Larissa Pacheco. Trouble brewing here for the Brazilian with 90 seconds remaining here in round number 2.
A little turnabout is fair play in the first fight. Larissa had Kayla in this position.
To the mount goes Kayla Harrison as Larissa Pacheco tries to scramble out. She's able to recover a half guard here. I know our friend Eve Edwards is screaming for underhooks in his hospital bed.
With his hoarse voice.
You got to get that far side underhook if you're Larissa Pacheco. She has to shoot her right arm through if she wants to control the body, and more importantly, get Kayla Harrison's weight off of her. Once again to the full mount, Kayla Harrison.
How about the patience of Kayla Harrison? She's not in a hurry here. She's got great position. She just continues to move, and improve that, and find ways to damage, and hope to find a way to put Larissa Pacheco out of this fight.
And there's some of that heavy ground and pound. It's not necessarily a lot of volume from the top from Kayla Harrison, but she chooses her shots well. She's explosive in these tiny, tiny windows. Little 6, 8, 12-inch punches that pack a lot of heat behind them. It's rare to have that power on the ground. "15 seconds remaining here in round number 2. Larissa Pacheco once again spins around underneath the heavy pressure of Kayla Harrison. More ground and pound. Most of it blocks. Two rounds down. Welcome back to 2019 PFL Championships. Our final belt being contested inside the PFL Smart Cage now. Sean O'Connell and Randy Couture here to observe and talk about the first ever women's lightweight championship. Larissa Pacheco representing Brazil in the black and gray. Kayla Harrison, the Olympic judo gold medalist, in the red. Kayla Harrison, Randy, has spent 50 minutes of mixed martial arts time in the cage in her career. 25 of those minutes have now been against Larissa Pacheco.
Wow, oh, there's a double again. She threw the right and then followed through right to the legs. Body lock, oh.
Pacheco able to counter the takedown attempt and end up on top, at least for now. Little three-quarter Nelson up here on top. Forcing the head of Kayla Harrison down.
Oh, big knee from that three-quarters as Harrison came up. Pacheco threw that big knee.
Brute strength on display there from Kayla Harrison. Not easy when your head is being forced into the mat to force your body weight and the body weight of an opponent all the way back to a standing position.
That is a ton of leverage from that three-quarter, and so to rear up with that yoke on your back that's power.
Well, Kayla Harrison, we know she's a special athlete, not only from a physical standpoint, but her mentality, just the ability to grind through what it takes to become an Olympic champion, not once but twice. Can Larissa Pacheco find a way to counter that in this title bout? Up and down, and once again, Kayla Harrison on top in the guard of Larissa Pacheco. Brazilian closes her guard. Just over 3 minutes left in round number 3. Possible 5 in this 6th out of 6 championship bouts PFL 2019 season. Randy, what does Kayla Harrison need to do to posture up and really put some heat on those strikes from the top?
I think clear her hands, get her head up, bring her hips in, and saddle like she's riding a horse. Saddle those legs of Larissa Pacheco. And then she can keep her head up and pick her shots. The fence is her friend right here. There's no angles for Larissa to escape out of. As long as she keeps her head down there in that nose-to-nose position, it's going to be hard to do a lot of damage.
Pacheco trying to climb to a higher guard. There Kayla Harrison goes to that posture you're talking about, gets her feet instead of her knees.
There's
on the
her
mat.
head.
Big left hand comes down, just misses there. Nice avoidance by Larissa Pacheco. Not a lot of room to move underneath. Inside the corner of Larissa Pacheco.
Don't let her gain the half guard. I need you to gain the side control. You need to gain the side control on this side, on the left side. Yep, that's it. Now get up.
Well, that left arm is the leverage point for Larissa Pacheco, as you heard her corner say. That's the underhook she needs. Got to turn to her right hip and try and get Kayla's weight off of her. Easier said than done. Nice left hand from the top there from Kayla Harrison. Hammer fist from the bottom there for Larissa Pacheco.
She's staying active from the bottom. She's making Kayla work for it for sure. I'd like to see her open her guard, start using those feet to create some scrambles. Those scrambles are going to be her way out off of the bottom.
Striking with both shoulder blades on the ground on your back, it's just impossible to generate enough power in most circumstances.
You can distract somebody and irritate them, but you're not really going to hurt them. And again, I think with that closed guard, opened it for a second, and then went right back to that closed guard.
Two more right hands there. Kayla Harrison.
35 seconds, and we're going to be in championship territory in this fight. I'm really anxious to see how these two operate in the 4th and the 5th round.
Larissa Pacheco calling for Kayla Harrison to come down into her guard. We've seen that movie so far.
Yes, we have. I think the up kick was what she was looking for. She wanted to come in and try to catch her coming in.
10 seconds remaining here in round number 3. Larissa Pacheco once again on her back. Round 4 next. Three rounds down, potentially 2 more to go in the first ever women's lightweight title bouts here in Professional Fighters League. Sean O'Connell and Randy Couture. 6 title bouts tonight.
All right, ladies.
5 of those have been already decided. $5 million checks have been distributed. The winner of this will take another one home and a belt to go with it. Larissa Pacheco representing Marituba, Brazil. Probably looking at a situation where she needs a finish, maybe down three rounds on the judges' scorecard.
I agree 100%. I don't see any way that it's not 3 rounds to 0 right now for Kayla Harrison. The takedowns have been dominating the position and the scrambles. She's just dominated every single aspect of this fight.
Pacheco appears to have landed a right hand there, but you gotta follow it up. Combinations are going to be the only answer here.
Both of them moving very, very well. Neither one of them seem to be having any trouble with their conditioning or fatigue. Big left hand by Kayla. That just missed.
One thing that we've been waiting to see all year is, does Kayla get comfortable with her striking? Does she plant her feet and throw some big combinations? This might not be the time to do it with 3 rounds in the bag in a title bout, but she's moving her head.
There was that left hand again, and Larissa was able to counter off of it.
When Larissa Pacheco earned her spot in this final, she did it via upset over Sarah Coffin, who is the #1 seed in our regular season, and she did it with good movements, long strikes, formidable right hand. If she can implement that against Kayla Harrison, we really don't know how Kayla handles striking damage, and we might not find out right now.
Beautiful setup to that double leg, travels, stays on her feet, keeps her feet moving, and runs her all the way through to the base of the cage. That was picture perfect.
Pacheco reaches over, tries to grab that Kimura. She'll try and isolate that arm, pull it out. Kayla Harrison defending properly, tucking the arm in, grabbing her inner thigh. Very, very tough submission to secure with someone as physically strong as Kayla Harrison. Back to the grind against the cage we go. Kayla throwing left hands from the top.
Kayla with Larissa's back. She has no anchor yet, but she's definitely secured the back position. That fence is working for her. She's keeping that pressure, keeping Pacheco pinned against that fence. And she sucks her back, trying to get an anchor in. There's one anchor. Pacheco's going to turn. Keep her from getting that other anchor in on that far hip, that bottom hip.
Pacheco had the necessary underhook for a moment there, but Kayla Harrison wisely extricates her arm, regains control from the top position. Larissa Pacheco flat on her back once again, and you just can't make anything happen from here, Randy.
Very tough to do anything effective. She's got to create scrambles and find a way out from underneath Kayla Harrison, and that's no easy task.
You can make a legitimate case that Kayla Harrison is the best grappling sports athlete in the history of American sport. No judoka has ever won 2 Olympic gold medals before her. Now she's an undefeated mixed martial artist. Several submissions already under her belt.
That's male or female in this country. And she's really starting to chain wrestle and put things together and make nice transitions. There's Kayla's mother watching her daughter make history. The most impressive thing is how far Kayla's come in just 7 fights. And this is her 7th fight.
Yeah.
And look at the transition she's making. Look at all the different things that she's learning and adding. The tools that she's putting in that tool belt. And she's just going to get tougher and tougher and tougher and harder for these girls to deal with.
30 seconds left in round number 4. Larissa Pacheco running out of time to try and rally and get a finish over Kayla Harrison. The same, I suppose, could be said of Kayla Harrison. Nice sweep attempt there on that kick from the bottom for Larissa Pacheco. Back to her feet, she scrambled. Able to compromise the balance there of Harrison.
That surprised Kayla, but it just surprised me. I didn't see that one coming. She just shin kicked that foot right out of there.
4 rounds down, 1 more to go. Harrison back to her corner. Larissa Pacheco will stay where she's at as we finish the round very near to her corner. Walk me through this replay, Randy.
Beautiful double. She moves in and out. She waits for Larissa to stick her hand out like she's going to throw the jab or that right hand, and she just travels right under it, turns the corner, flares her legs out, and drills her into the bottom of that fence.
You're missing just by an inch. That'll be there. But we don't do it twice in a row. We'll throw it once, then we're going to shoot after it. All right? But start with a feint. Feint, deep step. Right? Yeah. Take your time. Be patient. 1 more round. It's all yours. You're doing great. Gotcha. Doing great.
Mike Brown there in the corner of Kayla Harrison, who is a round away from making women's mixed martial arts history. This is the first ever women's title bout at 155 pounds. The first ever women's title bout with $1 million on the line. And our 6th $1 million title bout of the evening, Randy. It's the biggest night in MMA.
It sure is.
Sean O'Connell and Randy Couture here cage side for 5 more minutes potentially.
Not even an inkling of weariness or fatigue in Kayla Harrison. Larissa's showing a little wear from the time she spent on the bottom in 4 rounds of this fight now.
You can see the strike disparity there on the bottom. 104 strikes have landed for Kayla Harrison. Only 10 so far for Pacheco. Unable to get offense off because of the excellent wrestling, the timing, the entries of those Kayla Harrison takedowns.
There's another one coming too. You can see her setting it up. The head fake is there. She's going to wait for Larissa to expend one of those hands, and she's coming right under it.
Mike Brown called for a feint, left hand, and then a shot. So watch for that combination to come out of the corner. One thing we know about Kayla Harrison, she absorbs coaching very well. Left hand from Harrison, right hand from Pacheco. Neither landing with much force. Pacheco attempts that front kick. We've seen both women try that one in this fight. Scary proposition, lifting one leg off the ground against the grappler, the caliber of Kayla Harrison.
Moves her head, her footwork is great. making Larissa Pacheco chase her around a little bit. That's going to lead her right into that double. There it is. Nice change. Nice job by Larissa. Change the angle of her hips.
Encouraging to avoid one of those takedown attempts.
Oh, good.
Can you build momentum? Nice 1-2 there from Larissa Pacheco. Does she get more aggressive in the striking here in the 5th and final round? Pacheco now striding forward. We saw that earlier tonight.
Nice sprawl by Pacheco. Kayla didn't set it up as well as she should have.
Pacheco on a front choke here.
Nice hand control by Kayla.
A 10-finger guillotine attempt there maybe for Larissa Pacheco, defended properly by Kayla Harrison. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining in this title bout. Pacheco still doggedly hanging on the neck of Kayla.
There's a cow catcher. She was trying to tip her over and put her on her back. Kayla gets out.
Kayla throws a left high kick to try on the exit, maybe deter more of that striking from Larissa Pacheco. Inside of 2 minutes now. Left hand from Kayla Harrison turning it up here.
Pacheco's pressing now. She feels the urgency. Minute 45 left in this fight, and she's got to have a finish.
She wants it, she's gonna have to throw.
Nice headlock.
Down goes Larissa Pacheco, Kayla Harrison on top.
A master in judo right there.
She wanted to finish in this fight. She has 90 seconds left to get it.
She's fighting a girl that has almost three times as many fights as her, and she's just been methodical and just unwound her and picked her apart in every situation.
Inside of 1 minute now, Pacheco running out of time to try and make a miracle happen. Kayla Harrison continuing her dominant run in the sport of mixed martial arts.
Kayla's gonna get to mount.
All the way to mount for Kayla Harrison. 40 seconds left. Left hand raining down.
She's gonna climb up to a high mount now. She's a low mount. She's working her way up to high mount. Look for the isolated arm. You can see it coming. Pacheco knows. She's very, very good at keeping those arms out of the way of those hips.
Great job there to defend by Pacheco, but it's been defense the whole fight for Larissa. Nice.
There's an anchor. There's rear. She's got it back completely now. Oh, she lost her hook.
10 seconds left. There's the clapper. Kayla Harrison looks to improve to 7-0 in mixed martial arts and claim the first ever women's 155-pound championship.
There is history in the making right there.
You just watched history, ladies and gentlemen. Kayla Harrison continues her streak of excellence from the Olympics in judo to the cage here in the PFL, still undefeated. We'll have an official judge's decision, a belt presentation, and one last $1 million check when we return on ESPN2. Six title bouts in the biggest night in MMA in the books. There's our Cageonomics final fight stats for the Women's Lightweight Championship. Impressive performance once again from Kayla Harrison. 107 ground strikes landed, and of course, those 5 takedowns. Nice left hand there from Kayla. Attempts the left high kick as well. Changes levels, drives through, and once again plants Larissa Pacheco for a takedown. Nice body shot, generating power over those short distances. Very difficult to do. Here's another takedown. Randy talked about how she flares the legs. Virtually undefendable, because even a good sprawl, if you end up lateral, isn't going to do you much good. Larissa Pacheco there hyperextends the leg of Kayla Harrison a little bit, knocks her off balance. Here's the big head and arm throw from the Judo Olympic gold medalist. Larissa Pacheco planted on her back in every round of this championship fight. Lillian Garcia announces history inside the PFL Smart Cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. And the totals are 50-43, 50-45, and 50-45, all for the winner by unanimous decision. Your newest millionaire and the 2019 PFL Women's Lightweight Division Champion of the world, Kayla Harrison!
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, the belt presented by heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Tyson. And the $1 million check presented by PFL CEO, Pete Murray.
Oh my God, Mike Tyson's giving me my belt.
Kayla Harrison, 1 year older, she's 2 inches taller. Taylor Guardado with a 3-inch advantage in the arms. Kayla Harrison, the slight advantage in the legs. Kayla Harrison in the red. Taylor Guardado in the black and gray.
You ready?
Touch of the gloves, Kayla Harrison in the southpaw stance. Blitzing attack to open things from Taylor Guardado, and a right hand. Little clinch here in the center of the cage. Kayla Harrison trying the trip. Nice knee from Taylor Guardado. And another.
Nice inside trip by Kayla Harrison. Looked like Taylor was doing a great job of framing with that arm across the neck. Kayla had an answer for it. Beautiful inside trip.
An aggressive game plan from Taylor Guardado early, coming out with flurries and punches, some knees on the inside, and now she finds herself on her back underneath one of the best ground and pound artists in mixed martial arts. Man or woman, Kayla Harrison puts bad intentions on every strike from the top.
Yeah, she's mixing up very well, going to the body, then to the head. Has good posture, good position.
Harrison able to step over into a half mount position here. Guardado framing with her leg, and Harrison pushed that bottom leg down, stepped right over it. Just over 1 minute gone here in the opening frame of this championship.
Harrison looking to mount. Harrison looking to climb into mount position, potentially.
She'll go to side control instead. Guardado's gonna have to mind her left arm, try to avoid that crucifix position where we've seen Kayla Harrison try to put people in the past.
Here comes the mount. Nice job by Guardado, pulling half guard, preventing Kayla Harrison from stepping into the mount position.
Great shoulder position there from Kayla Harrison as she starts to attack that Kimura on the right arm of Guardado. And she has that double attack. She can either go into the mount or into side control or go for the Kimura.
She's changing to an Americana possibly.
Let's go with the right arm, goes back to work, pummeling with the left hand. Now stepping once again. Full mount for Kayla Harrison.
Watch the armbar attempt here. Kayla's gonna start to switch here. Now she's got Guardado's back.
Kayla just stays so busy, always getting you to try to defend something where she can open up a submission, defend the strike, she goes for a submission. Defend the submission, she goes for a strike. She's non-stop working for something.
The total package, power, athleticism, position, technique, mindset. I mean, she is the total package.
And for someone who's still young in their mixed martial arts career, this is her 12th pro fight. She certainly behaves like a seasoned pro in there. I suppose a lifetime of high-level judo will help you with that. Harrison with a back take here. Guardado just trying to defend her limbs and neck.
See if Taylor can get her head to the mat and turn and face Kayla. Not able to do it. There's a better position for her. She has that knee shield, needs to create a little bit more space, try to frame away and get back to her feet.
Back to the closed guard for Taylor Guardado. Small victory here in the late goings of round one. But there's that ground and pound I was talking about from Kayla Harrison.
Big swing and a miss. Guardado takes advantage of it, finds her way back to her feet. Oh, nice little front kick.
And a left hand from Kayla Harrison. Taking this opportunity to put some of her striking skills on display.
A little blood coming from Kayla's nose.
I don't know if it's her nose or her mouth, but look, those flurries from...
Oh, nice Uchimata. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful.
Beautiful throw there.
That is a judo gold medalist. And now Taylor Guardado's got to protect that right arm. If Kayla can get it over her thigh and under her foreleg, things can get very ugly very quickly with that Americana attack. Look through the ghost cam as we close out the round. Kayla Harrison with a dominant round. But there's a tiny laceration there on the lip of Kayla Harrison. Here's the overhand right.
Nice shot.
Right down the middle for Taylor Guardado.
Nice inside trip by Kayla Harrison. Guardado doing a nice job of framing out, trying to keep those hips away from her. Harrison doesn't have any of it. Nice job of ground and pound from the top position, Kayla Harrison.
You ready?
Round number 2 here of a possible 5 Women's Lightweight World Championship. $1 million on the line for these two women. And of course, a PFL Season 3 title to go along with it. For Kayla Harrison, it's about more than just that. She wants to be the best fighter in the world. She's undefeated so far in her mixed martial arts career. Looking to keep that 0 in the loss column. Clash at the center. Kayla Harrison misses with a kick up the middle. High kick attempt there from Kayla, and now she's in on a body lock.
Nice little foot wheel.
Scoop the legs right out from under Taylor Guardado. The frustration that we were talking about earlier with Mavlid Haibulaev when he was able to grind out that victory in a title bout against Chris Wade. Everything you counter, even if you do it successfully, Kayla's got an answer for it.
I mean, you have to counter her. The fight's over, right? You don't really score points for the countering. You're just staying in the fight by countering. But it's got to be frustrating when somebody has an answer for everything you try to do.
And this is a brutal position. Taylor's neck really compromised here, head up against the cage. And this is a great position here for Kayla. She has full posture here and just raining down blows out. And she could step up and over that leg. And there she goes.
If you're a young mixed martial artist and you want a clinic on ground and pound, watch Kayla Harrison. She moves the defense, and then she throws strikes. She postures effectively. She's always attacking, making you react.
Yeah, it's the kind of pressure and kind of skill that makes you feel like everything you do is wrong.
3 minutes. Feed that half guard your other foot. Feed the half guard your other foot.
Harrison heavy on top of Taylor Guardado. Women's World Championship as she steps over to the mount. Take a look through the ref cam. Round 2 almost halfway gone here. Peppering shots from Kayla. Taylor Guardado just trying to lock down on the head control here.
Now that's going to stop her from posturing up and landing blows, but it's not going to help her positionally. It's only a matter of time before Kayla does just that, and Taylor's got to watch out for that arm.
The fence is going to prohibit Kayla from stepping around that arm for an arm bar.
Keep chipping. There you go. Yeah, keep chipping.
Now Taylor might be giving up her back here.
2 minutes. You can just keep chipping there. Yeah, keep going.
Kayla's staying patient. She's not forcing the submission. She's not forcing the finish. She's taking her time.
Use your hands to bridge up.
Oh, she has her flattened out. This is not
This
good.
is not good at all.
Hammering down on the ear of Taylor Guardado, Kayla Harrison.
Referee looking at it. He's very close here. Looking at the competitors.
Harrison putting on a clinic here of control.
Both hooks in now for Kayla Harrison.
Good, follow your back and drive it, watch it out. Go. Nice. Taylor Guardado able to get off of her stomach there, but once again, Kayla Harrison goes right into full mount.
Here's the arm bar.
Here comes the arm bar attempt. Kayla Harrison falls back for it. Nice defense so far for Taylor Guardado. Kayla will continue to chain together this attack. There it is, and there's the tap. Kayla Harrison, 1 minute remaining in round number 2, remains undefeated and secures back-to-back PFL championships. An armbar victory for the baddest woman on the planet. There's a look at our Cageonomics stats bundle presented by Geico. A lot of those strikes from Kayla Harrison on the ground, 3 takedowns, and an armbar finish. We'll make it official when we return. Kayla Harrison, once again victorious. We'll make it official with Lillian Garcia.
Fight fans, the stoppage comes officially at 4 minutes of round number 2. Submission by armbar. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 PFL Women's Lightweight World Champion, Kayla Harrison.
All right. I didn't take a picture of that.
Ray Sefo presents Kayla Harrison with her second straight belt. The PFL CEO, Pete Murray, will hand Kayla Harrison her second straight $1 million check.
Let's check out the keys to this main event. Kayla Harrison, she needs to disguise her takedowns with feints and strikes, and her ground control is going to have to be superior here against Larissa Pacheco. For Pacheco, she needs footwork, she needs takedown defense, and her conditioning is going to have to be on point for this 5-rounder.
Our tail of the tape for our 6th and final title fight is brought to you by Redcon One. Kayla Harrison is 4 years older than Larissa Pacheco. She is also 2 inches taller. Larissa Pacheco has a 3-inch reach advantage on the arms. A 4-inch advantage favors Kayla on the legs. Keith Peterson will oversee our main event, equipped with the ref cam. Kayla Harrison in the blue, Larissa Pacheco in the gray. Harrison in her southpaw stance, orthodox for Larissa Pacheco.
Pacheco in a very low stance, trying to gauge the distance with that lead hand, staying nice and low, looking to try to set up that right hand.
Great night of fights so far. This will cap it all off. 4 of our 5 title bouts already in the books have ended by knockout or TKO.
Certainly a much more tempered approach by Larissa Pacheco for this one than we've seen in the last 5.
Yeah, there's that right hand firing. Yep, and Kayla doing a good job of feinting her way in, showing a lot of different movements, trying to keep Pacheco guessing to disguise that takedown.
Been a lot of conversations about the improvements of Larissa Pacheco. It's harder to highlight improvements when you're talking about someone who's undefeated and who's dominant, but Kayla Harrison does continue to improve every time we see her. Larissa wears a kick. Shrugs up a level change there from Kayla Harrison.
Oh, look at that beautiful Osotogari there by Kayla Harrison.
Steps right across, dumps Larissa Pacheco to her back. Defends the armbar attempt.
Just effortless. When she hits those takedowns and that timing, it is a thing to watch.
That's a lifetime of experience.
Yeah.
She's witnessed right there.
Yeah. And that's the thing, she has that ability to, if she fails on a double leg or a single leg, she goes upstairs, controls her upper body, goes for a judo throw or a trip.
I think it's the more traditional wrestling takedowns that we've seen, the biggest improvement in her.
Yeah.
They are textbook now.
Yeah, it's given her yet another option, or several more options for takedowns.
Harrison going to work with her left hand. Her ground and pound is always efficient and brutal.
Pacheco's got to open her guard. She's got to get her legs back in this fight, create a scramble, try and find a way to get back up. She can't afford to give away a round after round after round on her back.
Yeah, Pacheco electing to close the guard and throw some strikes from her back.
Now she's gone to butterfly. Now she's trying to get her legs in the fight. She's got to create a scramble.
Closes the guard again. Hammer fist from the back. Gonna be tough to put away. Oh, big right hand from Kayla on top.
Yeah, Kayla doing a great job of mixing in chipping shots with big shots. Rhythm changes, excellent position to keep Larissa pinned on her back.
Big left again from Kayla. Good hammer fist from the bottom for Larissa. But if you're trading one for one, being the person on the bottom is not always the best scenario.
Tough to generate a lot of power from your back. You can do that fairly well from your knees, but tough to do from your back.
Yeah, that's
right hand again. Solid punches from the top for Kayla Harrison.
Yeah, this is where Kayla Harrison wanted to box Larissa Pacheco. This is
yeah,
where,
exactly.
Put her on your back. I'll box you from here. How's that?
Absolutely correct. I love how she's keeping her posture, keeping her head up. She's not worried about laying down there, just keeping her on the mat. She's creating distance, creating space, and picking shots, and they're dandies.
Yeah, and with her head position over the head of Pacheco, she takes away a lot of the submission attempts that Pacheco can attempt. She's going for it, but she's just not going to get the position due to the posture of Harrison right here. Oh. A good guard retention from Pacheco, though. She's doing a good job of utilizing her frames and not allowing Harrison to get around a side control or even half guard.
Pacheco kicking at the legs of Kayla Harrison. Kayla responds in kind and comes down with a big left hand. And another. Now Kayla Harrison to the back of Larissa Pacheco.
Kayla doing a nice job. Keeping that posture, keeping those hips in, saddling into the back of those thighs of Larissa Pacheco. That's what allowed her to pass so easily.
Round one will come to a close with Kayla Harrison on the back of Larissa Pacheco. Strong round for Harrison after the takedown.
Round number one. From the clinch, here's the knee. She tries the front headlock. Larissa counters. There she steps across, takes her right to the mat. Kenny had a really fancy name for that, but here, the ground and pound. Again, picking her shots, keeping her head high, hand fighting, finding ways to trap Larissa and then land big shots just like that one. Again, trapping, pinning the neck, big shots, very selective, not frivolous with her energy. She's making every one of those count.
Remember, you ready? Remember, you
Kayla
ready?
Harrison
Fight.
in the blue, Pacheco in the gray. Pacheco in a southpaw stance, kicks the legs out from under Harrison, and chases her with a flurry.
Yeah, took her leg out with that leg kick, almost like a foot sweep.
It's a sticky foot. She
Yes.
threw that, and then
Oh!
Big left hand from Harrison.
Yeah, that was a great left hand.
High kick attempt there from Kayla.
This is where Kayla needs to get a little bit more patient, keep her composure, doesn't want to trade too much with someone like Pacheco. She's still going to be dangerous here early on.
Moving around the outside here for Kayla. Pacheco tries a low kick. Kayla moves out of the way. High kick attempt again from Kayla Harrison. She's gotten to a point where I think she's confident with that high kick. We see her throw it in almost every fight now.
she's probably landing that on some poor soul in the training environment. Nice double, nice level change. Good sprawl by Larissa.
Shoves the face of Kayla Harrison away and survives that takedown attempt, at least for now.
It's a beautiful thing how she just transitions from upper body to lower leg attacks and back again to upper body. Just seamless.
Her mistake in the double was she stopped on her knees. That allowed Larissa to get that, to get that distance.
There's a single leg attempt here from
Nice,
Kayla.
on the pipe, beautiful job.
Oh, Pacheco's on the neck.
Choke attempt.
Oh, get to the top and north-south.
Kayla Harrison had to roll out of that choke attempt, and now Larissa Pacheco finds herself on top of the two-time champion. Side control here with an arm isolated between her legs.
Well, she can't let Kayla get that
Single
underhook.
here. Kayla's got the single now. She's going to circle towards that single, try and drive through the hips of Larissa. Larissa's got the whizzer, pulls her up. Now they're back to their feet. Nice job by Larissa Pacheco attacking the neck.
Yeah, absolutely. She almost set up a Darce choke there as well. Great grappling exchanges by both ladies here.
Pacheco relocated her camp for this season to American Top Team in Atlanta. Training with the Limas, Macau, some other MMA dignitaries up there.
Kayla digging for the body lock. Got her hands locked, tried to trip. Larissa steps out of it.
Still got that body lock.
Nice, gonna try the inside trip there. Went outside, now she's tried inside. Now Pacheco down on the legs.
And this is where Larissa's gonna have to manage clinching with her and then disengaging.
Nice slip by Kayla. Ducked her head right out of trouble there.
Larissa's looking a little tired here though, guys.
It is.
Big breath there from Larissa Pacheco. One of the things, she's changed her physical makeup, as we've noted many times this year. Put on a lot more muscle, leaned her frame out a lot, but with a lot more muscle, if you're not continually getting used to pushing all the way to your VO2 max and really building up that lactic acid, it's hard to manage when you got a bunch of new weight.
The 5 first-round knockouts hadn't helped her develop any of that, that's for sure.
And just from a comfort level, you know, not having been there mentally, it can mess with you a little bit. It's a blessing and a curse having a lot of early finishes.
Oh, right hand landed there for Pacheco. She caught Kayla coming in for a kick.
Best combination of the fight so far for Pacheco.
More right hands, and Kayla looks to be stumbled. She catches a kick.
Oh,
and throws a left hand back.
Pacheco now starting to throw with really bad intentions here.
Landed another right hand. She's got Kayla Harrison backing up.
Pacheco finding her range. There's the double, nice sprawl.
And another
second
shot
effort by Kayla. One headlock now. Pacheco comes out.
Wow. Beautiful grappling exchanges there.
Little peek out by Pacheco to end up on top. Kayla captures the arm, trying to keep it from coming all the way around and establishing that top position.
Very short time here. Kayla's going to try an armbar late. Pacheco spins out of it. And we will finish at a stalemate with Larissa Pacheco pounding away on the body of Kayla Harrison. Round 2, a very interesting frame.
Kayla looks as tired as I've seen her in any fight we've watched her out of 15.
Oh, what a left hand there by Kayla, though. That was tremendous.
That was beautiful.
Pacheco showing she's got a great chin. No, here's awesome
Running the pipe
exchange
by
here.
Kayla, right to the neck by Pacheco. Feels the pressure, has to give up the position, kicks over. Here's the attempted inside trip. Uchigar. There, little uppercut. Solid shots from Larissa Pacheco.
Bama, you ready? Fight.
Round 3, Kayla Harrison, the 2-time champion in the blue, Larissa Pacheco in the gray. Harrison coming in aggressively with strikes. Grabs a single. Pacheco with some big hammer fists. Harrison hanging heavy on this right leg of Larissa Pacheco.
Runs the pipe. Nice job by Harrison. Running the pipe. Pacheco trying to kick her over. Scrambling, not conceding the position. Absolutely the right attitude.
And she's staying busy with those shots. Those are heavy shots from bottom.
Pounding away from the bottom.
Find a triangle.
Throw her leg up for a triangle. Kayla Harrison continuing to wrestle through some big-time impacts from those hammer fists.
Kayla trying to push that leg down, step up and over. Larissa Pacheco is onto it. She's shown some excellent guard retention, and she has stayed very busy off of her back, something you don't see against Kayla Harrison.
But now 4 minutes left in this round, and Larissa Pacheco's on her back. Kayla Harrison on top. We saw the heavy ground and pound in round number 1.
And this may very well... Sorry, Randy, go ahead.
We saw Pacheco get her legs into the fight earlier in this. She needs to get her legs back in the fight, create some space, create those scrambles, and find that way to get back up. She's done it twice.
Yeah, 100%, because this is only going to make Kayla that much more comfortable and allow her to settle in, pace herself, recompose, and land shots from this top position. And yes, Larissa is scoring from bottom, but again, you have gravity on your side. You have the ability to let your opponent carry your weight, and that takes its toll. But Larissa, wow! Triangle attempt here.
She's got it.
Oh my goodness!
She's got a lock on.
Lockup does not have the arm across the front for Kayla Harrison yet, but she can still squeeze and finish.
She might be switching, transitioning to a shoulder lock from this position.
Trying to get that arm across.
Now trying to get that arm across.
Kayla's got posture now.
She can stand straight up, Randy, and keep her head above her hips. She can escape, but those are some strong legs from Larissa Pacheco.
Larissa Pacheco squeezing away, trying to get Kayla Harrison's left arm across her own body to finish this triangle choke.
It's getting a little bit tighter here.
She's tightening it up for sure.
Yeah,
working that arm across. Kayla better start figuring out how to get out here. She's postured again. She slipped it. She's almost out.
She needs to stand up. She needs to go right to her feet and stand
Swim in
right
with
up.
that other arm.
Larissa trying to transition to an arm lock now. Kayla's going to get out of it. Now transition to omoplata. Kayla just circling all the way around, which is the proper escape.
And that is a big effort from Larissa Pacheco. How much gas did that take out of the tank?
That took a lot.
Well, this may very well come down to conditioning here, guys.
Kayla
Half
Harrison
guard now.
facing more adversity than we've seen in 15 pro fights so far, but passing the test.
Now in half guard with an underhook. She's trying to advance position.
Kayla Harrison looking for mount, trying to slide that knee through. Larissa Pacheco binding in, locked down, full mount now for Kayla Harrison.
With almost 90 seconds left in this third round.
Will she take the risk and go for the arm bar?
Larissa needs to be careful to not extend those arms too much. She's trying to frame on the face of Kayla Harrison. Kayla doing a good job of grapevinding her legs and getting posture.
Kayla binding away, bringing that forearm across the cheek, making Larissa's life miserable there.
She's setting up an arm triangle here.
Trying to get the arm triangle.
Larissa gets her arm back into position. Smart decision there from Larissa.
Kayla Harrison chipping away on top. Still in the mount.
Raining down shots.
Will it be enough?
19 seconds.
Larissa punching from mount here.
Larissa trying to use the fence.
Final 10 seconds in this third round. Kayla will finish this one on top. We'll head to the championship rounds. We are heading in to the 12th round of mixed martial arts action between these two women. A championship decision loss for Larissa Pacheco in 2019. A regular season loss for Larissa Pacheco. They'll try to avoid the scorecards here.
Oh, nice right hand, left hand actually from Kayla. Level changing right into that left hand.
Larissa Pacheco appears to have got some wind back on the stool. Right hand lands as Kayla throws a kick. Harrison presses forward.
And it's those little exchanges, it's that kind of defense that's going to add to the confidence level of Larissa Pacheco as this fight moves on. But my goodness, it's been back and forth, a lot of action. How is her conditioning here as we are into the fourth round?
I think if we ever had a question of whether she could take a punch, Kayla Harrison's proved that.
Yeah.
She can definitely take a shot.
And Kayla has
Nice
managed
double,
big
keeps
shots
her
as
head
well.
moving this time. Runs out of room.
And now Larissa
There's the
Pacheco
finish.
tries to grab the front choke here.
Kayla's got her hands, she's got her wrists, so she's got her neck protected. Nice job of keeping her feet moving across the cage that time to finish the double. She run out of real estate.
Yeah, and for Larissa, she really should have fallen to the side that Kayla's head is on. That's what's going to allow you to either get a sweep or finish that choke. She went to the wrong side. Kayla defending that beautifully.
She's got her leg back now. She's going to go back like the quarter. She's going to stand up.
Nice work by Pacheco to get back up and a
Kayla
restop
right back
from Kayla. Good sprawl though from Larissa Pacheco. She's got Kayla stuck under her for now, hanging heavy
And
on that.
Larissa had her opportunity, Sean, to break away and disengage. Oh, she's now trying to attack the back. Look at this.
Larissa Pacheco trying to set up a rear naked choke here.
Kayla hung on to that single too long. It's a lot of energy to spend, especially in the fourth round. She let go of the single that allowed Larissa to spin behind.
And Larissa should transition to top position here.
Kind of on the side, and then Kayla spins out.
Yep.
It's on top into the guard.
She hung out there for a little bit too long.
Which happens when you're tired, and we're in the championship rounds.
Oh, look at this. Larissa fighting back to her feet. What a fight.
Somebody's hairbands have come out.
Yeah. It's got to be Kayla's.
Yeah, that's true.
Pacheco keeping her hand down on the mat, preventing Kayla's ability to throw knees from this position.
Kayla should sprawl, pull Larissa to her knees. Sprawl back, pull her down, jangle to her knees, and then she might be able to attack that neck. She's going to try and step across again. There you go, sprawl hard, pull her down. Nice, that's nice work right there.
Larissa's smart to stay close to the cage, trying to use it as a block or a wall here, but I think Kayla's got the angle on her.
Kayla's got one hook in, she had to let it out. Nice job by Pacheco getting back to her feet.
Yep.
Tripoding up.
At one point, the live odds in this fight were a minus 1450 for Kayla Harrison. They may have gone higher, I might just not have noticed. Now,
Look at that switch.
Switch attempt by Pacheco.
and Larissa has fought her way back all the way to minus 350. It was lower than that just a minute ago. Now she's on top.
Wow. Wow.
Larissa Pacheco inside control here. Kayla Harrison flat on her back.
And she was saying a lot of people are sleeping on my jiu-jitsu and my ground skills, and she's using it tonight here against Kayla. Has had some beautiful reversals and attacks.
Pacheco trying to set up an arm triangle here.
Less than 1 minute in this fourth round.
A lot of people wrote off Larissa Pacheco tonight. They said it was going to be a cakewalk for Kayla Harrison, and they have been proven wrong.
Take a look at the ghost cam here.
Oh, Kayla out the back door, almost.
Pacheco going to work on the body, heavy right hands, as she tries to maintain top position for the final 30 seconds of this round.
Tell you what, Pacheco's still hitting very hard.
There's
These are
two
big
right
shots.
hands on the separation. Pacheco still chasing down the big strike.
Nice double leg by Kayla Harrison. Use the forward momentum of Pacheco to get in deep. Can she finish it? A lot of gas been used in this fight into the fourth round.
But still fighting hard.
Yeah.
And we will head to the fifth and final round. FPR says round 1 goes to Harrison, round 2 goes to Pacheco. The algorithm says round 3 goes to Harrison and round 4 goes to Pacheco. FPR says 2-2, Kenny.
Did Pacheco threaten you? I think she came over.
I believe she
She said
did.
something in Portuguese. I want to knock you out. Is that
That's fine with me. Just keep fighting the way you've been fighting. This is what we signed up for in the first PFL pay-per-view. Pacheco landed one on the exit there.
Tell you what, Pacheco did her homework for this one. And Kayla has shown tremendous toughness and conditioning here.
For someone who took a lot of heat for being quote-unquote untested in her career, I think Kayla Harrison can leave that behind after tonight. Larissa Pacheco has given Kayla everything she can handle, and she has answered the call as she enters for another takedown attempt.
Pacheco doing a good job of checking the hips of Kayla Harrison so far. Now putting Harrison's back up against the cage. But these are the situations where you'd like to see her get head position and disengage, because that's what's going to happen if you hang out in the clinch for too long with Kayla.
Kept those double overhooks. I saw the step across coming, trying to create that salto and throw Pacheco to the mat. Pacheco did a great job of countering. Not a lot of people are going to counter that.
No.
She got right back up. Kayla Harrison still has her hands locked around over-under on Larissa Pacheco's body. Now pressing the Brazilian to the cage.
Nice re-pummel by Pacheco.
She's landed a couple nice knees up the middle.
Nice mixing of her strikes there from Kayla Harrison.
Hammer fist from the top here. Larissa Pacheco going to work again. Still a lot of spice on every one of her strikes.
Second and third efforts by Kayla to try and finish this takedown. Taking a lot of hammer fists. Head outside single now.
Hanging heavy on this attempt, and Larissa Pacheco is making her pay for it. Almost halfway through round number 3. Can Kayla Harrison finish this takedown?
Round number 5, buddy.
Excuse me, round number 5.
Kayla trying to finish this crackdown, but that sprawl is nasty for Pacheco as she tries to take over.
It's a lot of gas under somebody holding on to that leg for that long.
And this is where you got to wonder, why is Pacheco engaging here? Why isn't she just trying to get back to her feet?
Because she's got the far side wrist right. She's got control of the defense, at least half of it from Kayla. And now she's going to work.
But this is where we've seen Kayla escape and get on top from this position.
And now again, Pacheco too much to the side.
Body triangle. Oh,
Kayla's going to get on top here. Kayla's going to get on top. This is what I'm talking about.
Kayla got her hips up before she could lock that in.
A bad decision there by Pacheco. Kayla just so feisty, looking for that top position.
Larissa Pacheco continues to fight off of her back.
Using her legs. Trying to keep that space.
Oh, nice frame there by Pacheco.
Inside 90 seconds now. Can Pacheco work herself back to her feet or to a top position? Harrison grinds her way into the guard of Larissa Pacheco. Look at that. We're at even money on the live betting odds right now.
Oh, wow.
With 1 minute remaining in this championship fight in the 5th round.
Wow. Amazing fight.
Pacheco trying to frame away, trying to set up a triangle choke here. Kayla's aware of it. She has good head position here.
Pacheco taking one last breath before the final 30 seconds. And then she goes to work with the hammer fists again.
I tell you what, it's going to be hard to score this fight because Pacheco has been very effective and aggressive off of her back.
She sure has.
She's landed more off of her back in this round at least than Kayla has from the top, even as Harrison puts one over with the right hand. And now the lockdown from Larissa Pacheco.
Yep, and she's got that arm across for Kayla.
Squeezing it down on the two-time champion. We'll go to the final bell. An incredible women's lightweight world champion.
Wow.
Bout. Larissa Pacheco and Kayla Harrison hug it out after an epic battle. Larissa Pacheco landed 99. Kayla Harrison landed 106. The takedowns favoring Kayla Harrison. Pacheco had several sweeps, several submission attempts, and look at that. Fighter performance rating gives rounds 2, 4, and 5 to Larissa Pacheco. And Miguel Flores has the official
Ladies
decision.
and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges are in agreement, 48-47 for your winner by unanimous decision. And now, the 2022 PFL Women's Lightweight Champion, Larissa Pacheco!
Dale, the tape for this featherweight championship is brought to you by Celsius. Larissa Pacheco, 29 years of age. Marina Malknakina is 35. Most of these women 5 feet 6 inches tall. Reach advantage on the arms goes to Larissa Pacheco. The opposite is true on the legs, with Marina Malknakina seeing that measurement in her favor.
All right, keys to victory here for Pacheco. She's got to be on point with her takedown defense, has to establish her boxing range and land those striking combinations, not just try to force one big shot. And for Malknakina, she has to feint her way in to try to hit those takedowns, have that forward pressure, see if she can back up Pacheco and stay composed if she finds herself in trouble in this fight.
Larissa Pacheco there in the purple trunks. Marina Malknakina will be in the gray. Pacheco, a fast starter to say the least.
You ready? Fight!
Touch of the gloves. Potentially 5 5-minute rounds. As this fight opens, Pacheco a minus 1450 favorite. Biggest favorite on the card tonight. And Jake Paul stops by as Larissa lands a right hand. Jake Paul, hardest hitting woman in the world right in front of you. Welcome to the show.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's see what Larissa can do if she can keep up that streak here in the first round. See, look at that. Woo! Keep firing.
As she always does. We see the hooks and the straight rights from Larissa Pacheco. Have you been impressed with your boxing when you've seen it previously?
Yeah, you know, she has that striking, that boxing skill that she brought over to MMA. So, see, good head movement. Good
There's the high kick attempt as well.
She's looking good, and she stuffed Marina's takedown there very early on, so it's smart to keep her standing in the first round. Marina needs to shoot here. Because Larissa's got that dog. Got that dog.
Oh, and the forward picture from Larissa.
My goodness.
Overhand right and the left hook.
She's taking some big shots, but she stayed composed. She kept her feet moving.
Well, we've seen Marina Magnakina. She's got a great chin, and she will continue to press even when exhausted. Another right hand from Larissa Pacheco, swung wild on the follow-up.
Yeah, Larissa continues to set up that right hand and is landing it repeatedly. Just hit the top of the head of Marina there.
Marina biting down and swinging back. Not necessarily the exchanges you want to get in, but she's game.
She is, but like a lot of ladies who have fought Larissa Pacheco, when they get hit, it's like they are so surprised by the amount of power that Pacheco can create in the smart cage.
Now Marina in on a grappling exchange, but again, Larissa Pacheco, you're not safe in grappling with her. She is also an excellent jiu-jitsu specialist.
She's got 8 submissions to her record, 11 knockouts.
Let's go, let's make something happen.
Jake Paul, we talk about her, Larissa Pacheco, being a real complete mixed martial artist. It's only recently that she discovered that crazy power.
She's got it in tight.
Guillotine.
Hips are in.
Will she finish?
Looks locked in.
Haven't seen that since Lyoto Machida and John Jones.
That's that Brazilian jiu-jitsu right there.
Oh.
Shout out Rio.
Pacheco using that choke.
Oh, nice roll into that knee bar.
Here's a knee bar attempt.
She's got it tight. She's got it. She's got it tight.
Rolling for this attempt.
She's got to turn away there. She's turning to the right angle now. Just needs to turn her heel. She's just slipped that heel.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
What an attack by Marina Magnakina.
Incredible development here in this featherweight world championship. Marina Magnakina cranking on the leg.
Wow, how is she not finishing that?
She's got it
Now
hyperextended.
she's got to turn her knee away from her. Try to get her toes to face away from Marina Magnakina. It's not going to be enough to just keep pushing that arm away. She can re-attack again and again.
Beautiful leg attack by Magnakina. She's trying to kick those hands off. Trying to roll her way out of it. Very, very tight knee bar.
Now she's out. Now she turned her toes away from her. She's going to be out of this now.
That was close.
Larissa Pacheco nearly caught with that knee bar. Leg still not completely out of Marina Magnakina's control. And now she's escaped. It goes right back to her right hand.
And now she's angry. That's the problem.
Yep. You don't poke the bear now.
Yeah.
Larissa said it would be inside of 1 round. She's got 30 seconds to make good on that prediction. Jake, does she do it?
Oh!
Oh my gosh,
goodness.
Magnakina eating these punches.
She's catching a bunch of those.
Wow.
Hammer fist now from the top position. Pacheco is relentless with these strikes.
She hooked on her shorts.
Yep. Referee doesn't see it. Referee doesn't see it. Now he does.
Final few seconds of the round, and Marina Magnakina will survive the first frame. That might be what saved Larissa.
Big overhand right, followed with the left hook. Another 1-2 combination. There's that overhand right again. There's the roll to the knee bar. Gets her feet across her hips, extends that knee, hands crossed, applying that hip pressure and hyperflexing that knee. Pacheco trying to fight that grip using her foot. Trying to kick that lock off so she can turn her toe. Magnakina continues to adjust, trying to find the angle and the leverage. Pacheco trying to stand and get weight on it.
And it was the ground and pound from Larissa Pacheco. Here's round number 2. 145-pound Women's World Championship here in the PFL. Potentially a matchup with the best women in Bellator. And of course, $1 million on the line. likes this fight so much he's gloving up. Getting ready.
I'm fired up. Put me in, coach. Hey, I don't know if it's gonna make it out of this round. Marina looks tired in the corner there, breathing it hard. So I think Larissa could step on the gas here, put some pressure, walk her down, and just let the hands go. I think she could end it.
Good entry here from Marina. Head outside, trip and down.
Larissa able to get back to her feet. Nice scramble there.
And a
nice
knee
knee.
right to the midsection.
Knee to the body, that landed there.
Very nice shot by Maknakina in a second effort to get her down. Forcing Pacheco to scramble.
I mean, Marina's a good grappler. I mean, went the distance with Kayla.
And Jake, you mentioned the fatigue setting in for Marina Maknakina. One thing about Larissa's explosive style, it drains that gas tank. If Marina can push her into deeper waters, how much does this fight change?
Yeah, it looks like they're both kind of taking some time to breathe. And if Marina can clean up those shots and get her energy together and keep the fight off the feet, then she has a better chance of winning here, obviously. So they look like they're both kind of slowing this pace down. They really both went for it in the first round, and both defending the knee bar and trying to hold it in took a lot of energy from both ladies.
Big news this week, Jake Paul. Bellator purchased by the PFL. You're one of the PFL's great partners. How excited are you about that news?
Huge, huge. You know, we have so much momentum going for us right now, and momentum is one of the most powerful forces in the world. So, you know, big things are happening, big things to come, and it's just very, very exciting. And even now, the champions being able to face off against each other is absolutely huge.
Nice right hand there.
Marina there.
Yeah, she ducked it into it. We saw you kitted up with the 205-pound fight kit. Is that a preview of things to come, Jake Paul?
Look, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I got my gloves on and everything. I want an MMA fight. I'm not just talking about it. I'm ready. So it could be a preview of something to come, but a lot of people are ducking me. You know, we tried to get Nate Diaz, but he didn't want all that smoke. He's making up excuses.
Exchanging nice right hands here. And now Larissa.
And the ref needs to get out the way.
Wow. Changing the takedown from Maknakina.
Beautiful double leg. Larissa coming forward a little harder. Level changed and finished the beautiful double.
Yeah, excellent level change and timing there by Marina. Let's see if she can posture up, try to separate, maybe attack the leg yet again. Larissa looking for an angle on an arm lock.
It's worth noting that we saw Larissa Pacheco against Kayla Harrison, even winning rounds off her back after being taken down. Very aggressive in that fight, throwing up submission attempts, even striking from her back. Haven't seen that yet here in the second round of this 145-pound championship. Marina Maknakina finding some success, at least with the takedown. Can she create meaningful offense? Referee needs to see more and stands them up.
It looks like the right ear of Marina is bleeding there. Might be from a cauliflower explosion there.
Blood running down the face of Marina Maknakina, the Russian. Now living and training in Las Vegas at Syndicate.
Much more measured approach by Larissa Pacheco in this round.
Larissa's starting to force a little bit. She's not feinting her way in, and Marina is starting to time her with her right hand.
Exactly right. She's caught her with two of those.
Seems like maybe Marina hasn't quite yet earned the respect of the striking, but the grappling certainly, as Pacheco is forced to address yet another takedown attempt, the closing second to that round. Gas tank down.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a nice jab from Marina. Larissa not really moving her head too much, not feinting her way in. Here's a nice right hand from Marina Maknakina.
Landed pretty heavy right on the jaw. Didn't really move Larissa Pacheco though, but you don't want to take too many of those. Here's a beautifully timed takedown there from Marina. Excellent level change, went right underneath the punch of Pacheco and put her on her back.
You know, it's an interesting fight, this, the way that it's playing out, because for me, Moknakina was intimidated in the opening seconds of this fight, and that gave Larissa Pacheco a lot of confidence. If you see her when she gets back to her stall at the end of the first round, she was taking some deep breaths, and she's now got the respect. She's now got a lot of respect for Moknakina's staying power and ability to recover, even if she is on the back foot. Now Pacheco's starting to really take this fight a lot more seriously, and Moknakina's starting to grow in confidence a little bit.
High stakes here for both of these women, $1 million and a belt on the line. Moknakina spins away into some trouble and then out of it. And even that small accomplishment, Randy, you don't get Larissa Pacheco moving backward very often, but Moknakina was able to do so there.
Larissa's got to be careful she doesn't charge into another double leg. Been a lot of forward pressure on Marina.
Trying to get a read on a knee there, Larissa Pacheco anticipating another shot attempt from Marina.
I don't think we've seen anybody make it out of the, certainly the second round with Larissa Pacheco in 2 years.
Oh! That's what Marina needs to do. She needs to continue moving. Can't get caught in the pocket trading with someone like Pacheco. Couple of right hands from Pacheco, though. What a chin. What heart from Moknakina.
Like to see Moknakina, little level change, like she's going to shoot again and then throw that right hand.
Watch your fingers.
Pacheco coming up on 100 strikes landed in this fight, and you can see a very high percentage as well. Oh! Almost timed that knee.
Yeah, that seemed to hit her in the ribs or in the chest there. That was a hard knee. Could have been worse, could have landed right in the face. There's another hard right hand.
For what it's worth, the odds have swung very slightly back towards Marina Moknakina. She's still a big underdog here, but not as big as the gap was when this fight opened. Ooh. Jake Paul, one thing that can really frustrate a pressure fighter like Larissa Pacheco is running.
Guillotine attempt.
Nice drop to get her out of it.
Saw a little wobble from Moknakina in that last exchange.
Yeah, Larissa needed to step over to her left and cut off the other side to make Marina go to her weak side, which then would also put her into the right hand. So Larissa just needed to step over. I don't know if her team is telling her that, but she's just pressuring from the right side, which wasn't very effective.
Full mount here.
Larissa working to pass this guard. Now into the mount
position.
And Pacheco is going to unleash a barrage from here once she lets go of those arms and postures up. Marina's going to have to try to shrimp up, get out of there with the quickness.
Pacheco's got to clear her head. She's got 1 minute and 30 seconds now to go to work from the full mount. Nice high mount. Fence is a friend here. She can pick her shots.
We'll go to the right hand.
Might be in big trouble right here.
And now she's got Marina Moknakina flattened out, but Moknakina builds the base. No quit in Marina Moknakina, even in the face of serious adversity. A lot of power on everything that Larissa Pacheco throws.
It's a much tougher position for Larissa to land meaningful ground and pound. Now she's trying to get that face crank a little bit.
Good hand fighting, but Moknakina
goes in the 2-on-1 to keep control of Larissa's right hand so she can't build that anchor and squeeze.
mean, just taking this fight into the championship rounds is a huge moral victory against someone like Pacheco with her firepower. And Marina said, there's a lot of people out there that are underestimating me. She was absolutely right.
Frank! We'll head to the stools and into the championship rounds. As Kenny mentioned, Larissa Pacheco's been here before.
There's the right-left combination. Pacheco in the pocket, hunting down her opponent. Letting those hands go. Fighting from the clinch. Big overhand right on the money. There's the ground and pound from the full mount position. Trying to keep her opponent in position. Pacheco putting an exclamation point on it from the full back mount.
Second down.
Fourth round coming. Marina Mokhnakina trying to solve the puzzle that is Larissa Pacheco, who seeks a championship in a second weight class. She won it at 155 pounds last year, going for the 145-pound strap. She would be the first PFL fighter to do so. Mokhnakina back on her bicycle. And it can be so frustrating for a pressure fighter like Larissa Pacheco to feel she's having to chase even any contact, even any engagement. Another nasty right hand, and she is able to freeze Marina Mokhnakina's feet.
Larissa being way more patient now, showing more feints. Nice little shot there from Marina, though.
I think she understands now how strong the chin of Marina Mokhnakina is, how seriously she has to take the grappling. Nice toss there, but Mokhnakina rolls all the way through.
Triangle attempt.
Dan Hardy.
She's got it locked.
Can she finish it?
She's got to get the angle.
This is about the closest she's been to finishing this fight so far on the ground, of course. It's a beautiful triangle setup, but Mokhnakina must have been in this position 1,000 times. I mean, you know, Larissa Pacheco is dominating the space, and she's doing a really good job of that, but Mokhnakina's making it very difficult for her, and every time she tangles with the legs, this is Marina's world. She is a very, very good leg lock specialist, and Pacheco cannot relax in these positions.
Yeah, and her foot lock is even better than her knee bar, so this could spell trouble for Pacheco. Marina still very dangerous now, switching to a heel hook. Her knee is out, so there's no pressure on the knee at this standpoint. She can turn around and start to pound away with her left hand.
She goes too far, she's gonna put that leg right back into danger. Now bails out to her butt.
Yeah, the knee is still out. There's not gonna be enough pressure on that knee at this standpoint. As Marina can switch to a calf slicer, now it's too late.
Jake Paul joining us again here. 2 minutes left in round number 4. The pace has slowed some. Either of these women going to be able to pull off a finish?
Yeah, Marina was close there. They were playing Twister out there for real, all tied up and everything. But I don't know. Like, we're gonna see who wants it more in these championship rounds. $1 million on the line, and this is where that heart comes out. Ooh, good exchanges there. But this is where the heart comes out, like I said, and we'll see who wants it more. Nice right hand.
Takedown attempt again. Mokhnakina trying to stay heavy on this leg, but good sprawl, counter wrestling here from Larissa Pacheco.
Marina is a gangster. I mean, she is so tough. She has dealt with a lot of shots, had a lot of very tough exchanges on the feet, on the ground. She has found a way to survive and still stay in this fight.
Saw a little wobble there, but I think it was more from fatigue than it was from actually getting hit, even though it was a hard punch.
Yeah, it definitely looked like the fatigue wobble. Tough to hit a moving target, and she does not stop moving.
Forward, Marina, forward. You gotta go forward, 20 seconds here.
Pacheco stalks in, and Mokhnakina chases her back out with a combination attempt. Final few seconds of this fourth round. Into the final frame we go.
Fight!
Mokhnakina in the gray and Pacheco in the purple for one last round. Dan Hardy, it's been Larissa Pacheco mounting most of the offense.
Yeah, I mean, you know, she's pretty much dominating this fight. We've had some really good moments from Mokhnakina. She's able to threaten when it hits the floor and chase a few submissions, etc. And I think, you know, she's generally surprised Pacheco all the way through this fight. Certainly Larissa wasn't expecting to be here in the fifth round, trying to fight off a takedown here from Mokhnakina, who looked pretty much broken in the first round to me, but has maintained her composure and her confidence throughout, in spite of the fact being pushed around. The moral victory, though, cannot outshine the fact that Larissa Pacheco is dominating this fight.
Heavy kick to the low leg of Marina Mokhnakina. Jake Paul, last round, what do you expect to see?
Man, Marina's got to go for it, you know? She's just got to make something happen if she wants to get this victory, because I think Larissa's probably up on all the scorecards. So if I was her team, I'd be telling her, go wild, just start throwing, look for something. Ooh, like hand. She's got to turn it up if she wants the victory.
The high kick landed, and then Marina caught it. This woman has a granite mind.
Crazy. Goodness.
What does it take to get Marina Mokhnakina out of there?
I mean, she's got a cinder block for her head, because I don't think there's a whole lot of women in the world that can eat those shots. She's in a good position here. Past the leg, she's trying to set up an arm lock here, one of her best submissions. She's lost it now.
Halfway through round number 5, Marina Mokhnakina with her best chance, potentially on top of Larissa Pacheco. Can she pass the guard?
Larissa's doing a good job defensively off of her back. Now trying to set up a triangle.
Let's go, stay busy.
Inside of 2 minutes now. 145-pound women's world championship. Larissa Pacheco finds herself on the bottom here in round 5, but the first 4 rounds belong to her. Can she survive here and win a second straight $1 million championship?
I think Pacheco knows she's in the driver's seat here. She doesn't need to take any risks. She unlocks that guard, she might get leg locked. She has to be very careful in this position.
Chest up, Marina, chest up. Let's create that pass. You got 1 minute.
Pacheco does appear intent to ride this out, protecting herself on the bottom. Credit to Marina Moknatkina staying in this fight for 25 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, she showed amazing heart tonight. Had some few chances herself to win this fight. Still fighting.
Final 10 seconds of 25 full minutes. A grueling affair in the women's featherweight division. Final bell. Larissa Pacheco, barring any surprises, will make PFL history as the first 2-division champion. Our experts think that Larissa Pacheco did enough. The official judges' scorecards are with Andy Shepard.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges score this bout 49-46 for your winner by unanimous decision and 2023 PFL Women's Featherweight Champion, Larissa Pacheco!
Tail the tape, brought to you by Celsius. Live fit. Dakota Ditcheva, 25 years of age. Kayla Santos is 6 years older at 31. Ditcheva taller here, as she usually is in her bouts. 2.5-inch reach advantage on the arms, favoring Dakota Ditcheva.
Keys to victory for Dakota Ditcheva. Straight attacks, make the most of that height and reach advantage. Striking to the body is what's got her here in the first place. She doesn't want to neglect that. And those knees in the clinch that we saw against Jenna Bishop could be really useful. For Santos, punch your way into the clinch. She needs those reaping takedowns from the body lock. And when it hits the floor, choke and strangle to victory.
Both of you have been given your instructions. Touch gloves if you like. Let's fight.
No touching the gloves. Kayla Santos in the black kit. Dakota Ditcheva in the blue. Ditcheva still undefeated through 13 fights, 11 knockouts, 1 submission. Starts with a leg kick. Kayla Santos is far the most experienced opponent Dakota Ditcheva has faced. Almost twice as many fights as Ditcheva herself. 25 total pro outings for Santos.
I'm interested to see if Santos is going to try and draw Dakota in before she tries to take down. Wow, hard inside low kick.
He's attacked both the outside and the inside of that lead leg so far in the early goings here in the first round. There she goes again. Santos has to be very careful about reaching down.
She's already got a bouncing on the fence.
That was a nice right hand.
There's a frame with the hand. Santos is trying to get that body lock. She's got double underhooks, but can she keep a hold of it? Dakota's trying to use that knee to get some space between the hips. Soon as Santos closes those hips down, the outside ribs start, and she's excellent with that technique.
This is a very important moment for Kayla Santos because that right hand hurt her. She's blinking. Now has an opportunity with these double underhooks to get Dakota Ditcheva to the ground.
Nice job by Ditcheva to turn it around there. Twisted body lock. Put Santos on the bottom.
Training with all those larger women at American Tag Team paying some dividends. And that was the first time we saw Ditcheva go to that shovel hook.
Santos is biting on that jab feint. She needs to be careful. That left hook's coming around the side. Look at the size difference compared. And I love the fact that every time Dakota pulls that lead leg out of the way, she starts to pressure immediately straight away with the elbow there, Randy, yes. Back on the takedown defense here. Santos now going low. She's going to try for that reap on that leg if she gets that body lock again. Head position, paying dividends to Santos.
Yeah, keep touching her. Right there. Knee on the quads.
Red corner, just
active feet. Control your breathing. Nice active feet. Yes, good knee there. Watch the hook. Watch it. Watch the hook.
Nice takedown.
Immediately back to the feet. Dakota Ditcheva not capitulating on that takedown from Tyler Santos.
Good hand control by Ditcheva, making it difficult for Santos to get a lock and keep her there. Spike hands well.
It's a lot of work for half a second of time on the ground.
Nice job.
Strips the grip, spinning elbow off the fence. And again, she's got Santos biting on those feints really well.
Push kick twice. The right hand cracking off the side of Tyler Santos' face. Beautiful hook from Dakota Ditcheva. When you have a size advantage, that's fine. When you also have a speed advantage, it gets a little bit unfair in these striking situations.
She's tenderizing that lead leg as well. The longer the fight goes, the more that leg is going to become bruised and swollen.
Outside the range of that flurry from Santos, Ditcheva on the retreat, seeing everything. Push kick again.
Santos pushes forward with a jab, finds herself back in the center again. Dakota keeps switching. I think she's going to go with a knee to the body off that switch if Santos moves forward.
Push kick to the face. Ditcheva showing off all the weapons in her considerable repertoire here at round one. Under 1 minute now in this first frame. And a flurry from Ditcheva.
Beautiful right hands.
And an elbow to finish that combination. She has Tyler Santos hurt.
Knee to the body there. This is where we see Ditcheva really start to go to work. She smells a little blood in the water. Her opponent shows up and you see that rip to the body, then the plum and the knees come.
If you look like a wounded animal against the fence, she's going to start to die out. She switches into a very predatory style of fighting where she's looking for multiple targets to hit you. Santos with the high guard.
Good movement on the head from Tyler Santos to avoid that long left. 6 seconds in his first round. Second frame next.
Here we go. So she throws a long left hand to disguise the right hand that's coming. She had a couple of times success with that. This is Santos trying to get the takedown here. She's tight on the body lock, but those long legs of Dakota keep finding the canvas. Beautiful step out there. Reverses the position, finds herself in top, and then immediately disengages. And there's the right hand again, right on the temple. Curved around, cracked her on the side of the head. And I think we're going to see this kick to the face. This is just mean. Oh. Foot to the face. And then an elbow. I've been waiting to see this. Man, I was just kind of caught the guard a little bit. Luckily for Tyler Santos, she didn't take the full force.
Second round of a possible 5 for a women's flyweight championship here in our 2024 PFL season. Dakota Ditcheva still undefeated in the blue. Tyler Santos, the one-time UFC title challenger in the black. Sean O'Connell, Dan Hardy, Randy Couture here beside the PFL Smart Cage. Last chance to shop. Red Con Black Friday mega sale up to 80% off site-wide. Claim $170 swag bundle for free. stock him on everything you need to kickstart your new year.
Man, what a knee to the body that was.
Two big knees up the middle. She's trying to frame out, keep Santos off of her. Santos in on the waist, and a nice body lock. Hand control by Ditcheva.
Yeah, she's clearly done a great deal of hand fighting, but I think Santos has got a grip on that far side wrist look. Shinya Aoki style.
Seatbelt in a standing position.
Yeah, now Dakota's going to have to spin the opposite way. She's going to have to turn to her right to spin and get that wrist free. There we go, beautiful spin right there. Back to striking range, and every time they break, Santos just looks a little bit more disappointed that she's got to find a way back inside. See how she's biting on that feint from the jab with Dakota. Beautiful jab to the body, my goodness.
After that 1-3 combination, she's biting on that feint.
Good jab from Santos after absorbing the leg kick there. Shop the number one fight short in the world this Black Friday, up to 70% off the entire site when you scan to shop tonight. Take down official partner of the PFL. Scan that QR code on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen.
Lovely footwork. What I like as well is every time Dakota steps inside, she doesn't always throw. Sometimes she steps and has a little look, sees where the gaps are. She's a very observant fighter in that regard.
She sets traps, that little feints to see how you're going to react, and then she makes paper.
That might be more favorable to you. She punishes you, pushes you back out to those rounds here. There's that bottom of the foot to the face again. Starting to show wear on that lead leg. Tyler Santos. Yeah, this is a head kick.
Seeing a lot of damage on that lead leg.
Santos jousting behind her jab.
Dakota circles, tries to find space, and Santos kind of plugs after her, not giving her the space. Beautiful straight left.
Dangerous out of both stances. Nasty knee in the midsection, but Tyler Santos blows Dakota Ditcheva into the smart cage barrier.
Santos has definitely been doing her crunches because you can't take knees like that unless you're very well conditioned.
Absolutely correct.
That wrist control, cross-body wrist control here. Santos trying to get head position, Dakota trying to get the tight finish. She sneaks out of the side.
Nice elbow inside. The elbow caught her right in the nose.
Push kick to the face from Dakota Ditcheva.
I think Santos is hurt.
Elbow coming in for Ditcheva. There's a couple.
Santos is hurt.
Santos not moving around right now. Circles away off the smart cage. But this is the aggressive style you're talking about. Ditcheva smelling blood. Perhaps literally as it's coming from the mouth of Tyler Santos, who grabs a hold, give herself some reprieve.
And this is where we see the level of Santos as well. I mean, she's not having her way right now. She's taking some really big shots. But almost every other person that's been taking these shots so far has crumbled, and Santos has not yet.
Nice elbows. Beautiful inside elbows. There's that knee up the middle.
That one hurt Tyler Santos.
Digging deep for sure. Santos is in big trouble. She's in big trouble.
Dakota Ditcheva to the bottom again for a championship.
Not sure what that's all about.
I'll tell you what it's about. Dakota Ditcheva takes umbrage to the fact that people call her a Barbie doll and say she's too focused on her looks. And then actually Tyler Santos pulled out a lipstick in the face-off and did exactly that thing. She's throwing it back in the face of all of her critics. Here's the replay.
Just brutal. And we saw the same knees, the same punches against Chelsea Hackett and Lisa Malden. Hook to the body, knee to the solar plexus, and she just stood there and dug her in the ribs a couple more times. Tremendous performance.
I mean, Dakota Ditcheva just turned Tyler Santos here at the end into bag work. That is an incredible accomplishment. Tyler Santos is one of the best women in this weight class in the world, unequivocally.
Split decision with Shevchenko. I mean, that good.
And now Dakota Ditcheva claims her place at the top, certainly of the PFL hierarchy.
Once again, we welcome back inside the Smart Cage's Excellency Badr Al-Qadi, Vice Minister of Sport, as we announce the official time, 4 minutes 41 seconds into round number 2. She is the winner by TKO. She now collects the $1 million payout, and she is now the 2024 PFL Women's Flyweight World Champion, Dangerous Dakota Ditcheva!
Look at that moment. President of Fighter Operations Ray Sefo says, "Mom, you come give your daughter the belt." Her former world champion kickboxer mother, Lisa Howard, hands the belt to Dakota Ditcheva. And the team gets a photo.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Francis Ngannou. Subscribe now to the PFL MMA YouTube channel.